Hello, people. Okay, we're gonna have a live success story. I accidentally didn't change the title. The previous title was like Manifestation Journal, which technically, yeah, that is still in the bio for people that want it. But the title of this one was actually supposed to be live interview success story. So my bad. I have one of my girlies that came and I guess you could say hopped into my previous live. She's a very old client. I don't mean old as in age, but like she was from my baby days. She came into my live, I think, day before last. And updated me a little bit in the chat on how abundant and flourishing her life's been and how much she's maintained her manifestation even after all this time. How her love life is thriving, how money has been overflowing in her experience. Oopsies. How money has been overflowing in her experience. And I told her, I was like, I definitely want you to come on. Because sometimes, like I said before, and I think I've said this a couple times now, it's actually become harder to get people to do the interview on their way out because they're so happy and they're just out living their best life. Of course, as they should, but I'm like, listen, if you have time, like I really do think your story would be hugely inspirational. And they're always like, yes, of course I want to. But then like, all of a sudden their husband comes back and they're like, let's go on a vacation to Italy, or buys them a new ring or does something else. And they're like completely immersed in the beauty of their new life, that sometimes all that stuff just kind of gets lost in the mix. But I'm really excited that my girl is going to come on today. She had a little bit of time. And yeah, that's kind of what today's live is going to be about. I also do have Mom coming in. I already feel so incredible. I'm so happy for you, Elena. Oh my goodness, that makes me so happy. But Mom's going to come in a little bit later. She's out running an errand. So my girl is going to come on in a couple of minutes. But if anybody wants to answer or ask any questions in the meantime, I'd love to be able to answer some questions. Maybe if it's about like, what are the common themes in successful individuals? I'd love to kind of gear it towards that to also prepare for the client that's coming on rather than just like personalized debunks. But I mean, it's up to you guys. I don't know what you're going to end up asking me. But I think it would be good, to kind of maybe focus the questions on like, how to become successful maybe, or what are the common themes in people that experience success in my world. Oh, thank you, Ariana. Yay, look at all these beautiful compliments. Love it. But I'm very happy. I'm very happy to motivate you guys so much. I think some of you guys, based on your comments, may have seen my most recent video. I do want to reassure people that video was from a little bit back. But I appreciate you being so concerned about my mental well-being. I just wanted to also resonate with you guys. Some people put coaches up on a pedestal, but everybody struggles the exact same way. You know what I mean? Everybody struggles the exact same way. Everybody cries the exact same way. Everybody vents out and has doubt and imposter syndrome and worries and concerns the exact same way. There's nobody's path that is perfect, but it's all about persisting in spite of that because you've made a decision. I want to be happy, and this is going to make me happy. And I owe it to myself to go after things that make me happy. Because what you're doing in the manifestation process is you're doing the inner work to fundamentally and foundationally change the trajectory of your life. You know what I mean? So of course your brain's going to have some pushbacks. Of course. Of course. Can you persist in spite of that? Because you've made an inner claim and an inner declaration. I'm only going to be happy if this happens. So then if you're only going to be happy if this happens, you've got to also show up willing to do anything to get there. Even if that means cutting out social media. Even if that means going ghost mode. Even if that means temporarily halting communication. Even if that means cleaning up your mental diet. Because once again, I've said it so many times. The law doesn't have a discriminatory factor. I can't pay more money and get out of the work. The work is still going to be there. You know what I mean? Just because I partake to a certain race or a certain religion, or I have money or I don't have money, the law makes us go through and see our wounds and holds that mirror back up at us. Are we capable of still doing it anyway? Because there will be times where you have self-doubt. There will be times you have worries and concerns and fears and doubts. That's everybody. I'm not sure if you thought that, there were some people that just don't go through that. We kind of all go through that. That's the common thing. And I think that was the theme that I put up in sharing that very vulnerable video. Is it's all beautiful and it's all great. And at the end of the day, there's literally nothing that you're doing wrong. All that matters is putting one foot in front of the other and forming these assumptions: bigger, better, faster, stronger. Literally, I say that so often, I feel like it burns people's ears. But if an answer is the answer, I don't have another one, What are the common limiting beliefs in clients manifesting love? Not good enough, not good enough, not worthy, not loved, not chosen, not special. That's my top 5. That is my top 5. Oh, maybe, hang on, I'm going to do a top 6. I don't know if that's a belief system, but I guess a behavior pattern they partake in is self-sabotage. A lot of self-sabotage. And that is basically what we work on deconstructing and unlearning. Your brain is unlearning certain things. That's all that matters. Oh my goodness. I think SP is ready to commit. He told me I've been patient with him and he noticed that and he loves me. Oh my goodness. Girly, I'm so happy for you. It feels like I'm the one obsessed because of the constant affirmation. So remember something. Affirming's never supposed to feel obsessive. The only time it feels obsessive is if you're doing it for them. At the end of the day, first and foremost, as we know in the words of Neville and in the words of Persis, no one to change but self. Self has to change first. So I oftentimes advocate people to do affirmations all day throughout the day as much as possible. And I explained how and why I thought that way in my 2-part series in the 2 most recent videos on my page. It's because a lot of people haven't done a lot of inner work. It's because they have a lot of resistance. And at the end of the day, you really shouldn't feel obsessive telling yourself good things. You know what I mean? That should just be a good thing. It's just like you're telling yourself positive things all day. It doesn't really become something that you get tired of because you're just blessing yourself. You're just speaking good onto yourself. You're just loving on yourself. That doesn't tend to feel obsessive. It sounds like you're doing a situation where you're just affirming for your person. And that oftentimes doesn't always get us anywhere. Unless we already have a good self-concept, then it might. I've switched my mindset and been feeling my affirmations. I'm feeling better already. Love that. Remembering to affirm, setting alarms. I think somebody already answered your question, but that was a good answer. Have any of your clients manifested quickly with lots of resistance? I'm pretty sure all of them had lots of resistance. And the longest success story was, I believe, 45 days. I find that to be quite quick. especially because in the 45-day success story, that was a woman whose marriage was on the verge of ending. They were separated. He was wanting to see other people, and the stakes were high. And even to dismantle all of that, and for him to come back to her and say that, I was dumb, I was stupid, I shouldn't have done this, this was a mistake, this was a fault on my end, I tried seeing every other people, but I could only think of you, and to reconcile the entire marriage, buy her a ring, take her on vacation, be an active part of his family again. I can.
Perfect.
So I just want to make sure I am already on live. Let's see. Can you guys still hear us? Can you hear our voices pretty well? Can you talk again, my love, to make sure people can hear you?
Sure. Hello. Can you hear me?
Okay. It seems like they're giving an all thumbs up. So perfect.
Oh, good.
All right. Hi. How's it been? Hi.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm excited. Okay. Let's hop into it. Would you like me to give you some structure, or are you ready to just go and lock and load?
I'll probably just lock and load. I'll probably just start from the beginning and the condition in which I came to you.
Perfect.
And go from there. And if you see me needing to be redirected, just feel free to butt in.
Perfect. Love it.
Okay. So hi, everybody. I am one of... Say that again?
I didn't say anything, babe.
Okay.
Okay.
I am one of Persis' clients. And how I met her, well, I manifested her and didn't even realize it because I knew nothing about manifestation when I rolled across this amazing page. Manifestation is real because I had never, ever, ever seen a single manifestation video ever on my FYP page until I had come to this spot in my life where I had hit bottom. I was in a marriage, and my husband, we were high school sweethearts, and he ghosted me. He up and disappeared. He left me and my children with all the debt. He didn't even say goodbye. He literally vanished. It sent me into a tailspin. So for the first week of that, obviously I was absolutely crushed and devastated. And everything on my FYP page was tarot card readers telling me that my man was coming back, and I just needed to wait and be patient that he was coming. And so I did. I dropped tons of money on tarot card readers telling me that he was coming. I just needed to be patient. I was ripped off by one. She charged me $350 for a love magic spell and guaranteed me a call from him within 24 hours. So that was a good $300 down the drain. But again, all things that I had to learn. Little did I know until about a week later that I was in fact manifesting those tarot card readings. It was me that was doing that. So fast forward about 2 weeks into my absolute disgust and heartbreak. And when I tell you heartbreak, I'm not kidding. You're talking about 27 years of my life had literally just flipped upside down. So I ran across Persis within a week on manifesting, and I thought, well, now that's just kind of weird, right? That was my initial thought because I was like, no way, this can't be. But I continued to watch her videos, and she resonated with me so deeply. Everything she said just hit my heart in a way where I knew there was something to it. So I did what any good female does, and I stalked her for about a week. I stalked her YouTube. I stalked her TikTok. I stalked everything about her because at that point I had been so burned by tarot card readers and these people telling me I could do this, right? That I was just like, I'm going to just keep watching. And I reached out to her on Instagram, at which point, she was discussing with me the options. And at that point, I was discouraged because I was financially in ruins at that point. And she said to me, you can manifest and it will manifest I believe that the money that you need will come for you to do coaching for me. And I believed her. I kind of borrowed her faith in a sense. So she's a powerful manifester, and therefore I believe, based on my journey, that she really was manifesting alongside of me. Now, I am the creator of my reality, right? She can't do anything for me, but I believed her. And that was all it took, was the belief that she was real and what she said was real. And within 4 days, I got a very unexpected phone call from an old boss on a contract that had went through, and it was for $250, literally the amount in which I was short to do what I want to do. I'm a Sagittarius, and again, I know that's really near far to me anymore, but I'm saying this because I know so many of you will resonate with it. I am all or nothing. I am not a half booty kind of doer. I'm all or nothing. So I jumped onto Instagram, told her I couldn't believe it, but I had this money, and I went and got her coaching package via text. And if you guys don't do the text packages, I highly recommend it, because it is literally constant, respectful, constant communication. Obviously, she's a woman with a job. I'm a woman with a job. I could not respond to her immediately. She could not respond to me immediately. But I feel I would have gypped myself if I would have only done the phone call. And that's just my truth, because there was so much in the beginning of my journey with my lack of knowledge on manifestation that I needed to have questions come up that were happening. So I purchased the text package, and holy hell, my life changed instantly. So I have been formally diagnosed by a psychologist, PhD, with complex post-traumatic stress syndrome, which is basically years of trauma that has built on itself and thus has been debilitating to me my entire life. And I, for many years, was on medication for it to help with panic attacks, anxiety, things of that nature. Now, when I reached out to Persis, I want you guys to keep in mind, I was reaching out to her to manifest my husband back. Okay? I was trying to get my SP back. Nothing to do with complex trauma, nothing to do with money, nothing to do with anything but this man. Okay? Now, during that process of doing very simple, guys, when I tell you simple, I'm not freaking lying. Super simple process, but it takes hard effort. You cannot expect to purchase anything from Persis and some magic bolt from heaven is going to light you and then get mad at her when it doesn't work. Like, you have to, it's simple, but you have to trust her and you have to do the work. I'm living proof. So, a few days into it, there were some things that were popping up that most of you can probably resonate with, right? He's got me blocked. I'm having anxiety. He's blocked me everywhere. What do I do? The 3D world is showing me he's with her and pictures with her. And again, I followed her simple steps. And when I would try to bite off more than I could chew, what I love and respect the most about this woman that you guys are watching on TikTok is she would not let me do it. And if you guys cannot appreciate the fact that she cares enough about your success and not the dollar bill, that she would allow you to move past a point when you aren't ready, I really don't know what else to say, because that is the truth. She guided me back to step one, and that's what I did. So I started doing her affirmations. I started listening to videos that she sent me, and all of a sudden, particularly, there's one method that I'm going to just blurb here. I'm being very respectful of her techniques because, to me, she's underpaid. Anyway, this one particular technique, I am going to take it upon myself to share with you guys. I don't think she would mind. If you do, please interrupt me because I cannot see you on the live, okay? Because I'm on my phone in the
Yeah, no problem.
There's this technique that when an intrusive thought comes into your mind, to envision the thought on a cloud, watch the cloud go by with that thought on it and tell it, bye, have a nice day, and watch that thought leave you. So I started thinking to myself, if that works with this, my God, I could be free of years of torment of post-traumatic stress syndrome. So that's what I did. I started using that one very simple technique, and within days, my panic attacks had stopped. I was sleeping through the night. I had zero medication that I was taking at the time, and I watched my anxiety literally float away. Now, fast forward a little bit further. So again, I was manifesting my SP, but her techniques changed my life. Okay, so back to my SP. I start doing I'm doing the things I'm supposed to do. I'm listening to the meditations. I slam step 1. She's finally comfortable with it. So we move on to the next step, and I'm rocking it. I'm killing it. But I started thinking, you know what? I think I'm going to add a little something into this on her stuff with the money. So I'm going to still focus on my SP, but, I'm going to manifest money at the same time. Let's just see what happens. Okay. So I start adding to the manifestation techniques, and her techniques, by the way, not my own. And by the end of the second week, I had not only manifested. Now, keep in mind, I was broke. I was left with all the debt. I gave her my last $350. Like, I'm not even kidding. I was broke. I took a leap of faith because I believed her. I had stalked her to death. So trust this girl when I tell you, I know what I'm doing when I'm looking for real. And so at the end of that 2 weeks, I was so blown away because I had received an email from the Department of Education. Guys, you cannot make this shit up. Oh, you cannot make this stuff up.
You cannot.
It was so unbelievable. I sent her screenshots in fear that she wouldn't even believe me. At the end of that 2 weeks, I had received an email from the Department of Education telling me that an inquiry that was keeping me from purchasing a home because I have a military loan through the VA because I served. And there was this loan that was sitting on there that was put on my credit report fraudulently 8 years ago. 8 years ago. I had been fighting this case for 8 years. I started manifesting and speaking into existence that debt was gone. My credit score was amazing. I was worthy. And I sent her an email, and I'll screenshot it for all of y'all if y'all don't believe it. I'll show you. At the end of that 2 weeks, the Department of Education reached out to me, and unbeknownst to me, my case had been added to a file on a group case that the IRS was taking too long. And so therefore, anybody that was added to this case, not only was their debt going to be removed from their credit report and their credit reports fixed, but I was going to be paid $60,000 for the trouble that I had been through because I could not purchase a home because of that fraudulent debt. So my credit score was now fixed. I had $60,000 coming to me that was not even something that I was manifesting, other than the fact that I was constantly telling myself I was abundant. So I guess, yes, in a sense I did. So I got that. The week after that, I had been manifesting a home for a trauma treatment facility, and this home popped up on the market. And that home stayed on the market until I was able to be in a position to get it. Never sold. You know why? Because I did what Curses told me to. And I said, nobody else can see that house. It is blind to the world. I'm the only one that can see it. That house belongs to me. I went to the home. I took pictures of the home. And every night I would envision the same way she was telling me to do with my SP. Now, keep in mind, I was still doing the picture visualizations with my SP as well. But I would walk through that home in my mind and I would own that home and say it was mine. And it is, in fact, mine. Now, let's get to the good part. That's not even the best part of it.
That's not even the best part. Can you imagine? I'm interjecting for a quick moment because everybody's going crazy in the comments. So yeah, can you guys imagine? That's not even the best part. Please keep going. Sorry.
It's not. No, it's not. That is, honestly, that's the trivial, right?
Yeah, that's the trivial.
The icing on the cake.
Yeah.
That's the icing on the cake. Now, I had been manifesting my SP, heartbroken as can be. This little girl was shattered. I decided, and everybody's journey is different, so you don't have to follow my journey, because I do believe you can get your SP back, because we're going to get to that part of the story here in just a minute. I took his name out of her manifestations, okay? Out of her tools. I simply just took his name out. Now, I started seeing results right away. I had men from Walmart popping out of nowhere talking about, let me have your number. Like, I was being noticed. All the things she told me to say was happening. I felt like God's gift to every man on the planet. Like, I was just built, because the 3D was showing me that my manifestations were working, which thereforth empowered me to do it more. I no longer rely on the 3D because of Persis. However, I will use the 3D to my advantage when it gives me confirmations of my manifestation. What I mean by that is, now, if I ever do watch a tarot card reading, if it resonates with my reality, girl, I will claim that shit all day. Not because I have to, just because that's what I've learned to do, because it's what works for me. Now, if it doesn't, or if it's telling me something that I know the old me wants, I'll be like, girl, skip, that ain't for me. That's for the other Felicia. Bye, right? So I started putting the word special person in my manifestation versus that particular, my ex-husband's name, okay? Now, little did I know that by doing so, I literally started manifesting down details, height, how tall I wanted them to be, personality traits, all of those things. Out of the blue, I get a message on Facebook from a man I have barely spoken to or seen in 2.5 years of my life. And the reason why he reached out to me is literally the strangest thing on the planet. Neither one of us had noticed each other, but I know it's the power of manifestation. I manifested that man to me. He is literally the man of my dreams. We have been dating now for 3.5 months. And when I tell you he's the exact height, he treats me like gold. I am his world. We communicate well. We love each other deeply. Like, you can't make this crap up. And it's all the things that Persis had told me to do. Now, some of you might think, oh, wow, great, she got lucky, but she didn't manifest her quote-unquote SP. Let me tell you about that. Sure did. Guess who came back around? After I had found what I wanted and chose. He shown up did. Came back talking about, I'm sorry, I love you. And I was done. But you know what? That was my choice. I had fallen in love with me so much by doing the self-concept videos that I chose to no longer have that in my life. And therefore, I manifested him out of it. I literally did. I didn't want to go through the trauma of having to say goodbye and explain myself to him again. So guess what I did? I reversed exactly what she told me to do. And I did that for him. And guess what? It worked. He exited my life peacefully and calm. There was no drama after that. I felt at peace. I wished blessings on him. Good for him. Go do your thing. But I know there's going to be critics in here that say, oh, she didn't manifest that specific person. Yeah, I did. Yes, I did. I manifested not only the specific person that I wanted in my life, but I manifested him back as well. And just as fast as I manifested him out, because that was my choice. You don't have to choose to do that, but I'm telling you guys, if you do the self-concept work that she makes you do before you ever mention your SP's name in manifesting, you will find a very different you, and therefore what you want in life may change. It may not, but for me it did. I wanted more, and therefore I created more, and I uncreated anything that did not coexist with my reality. Quantum leaping is real. She does talk about that off and on. I don't know that she hyper focuses on it, but I literally stepped out of I don't even recognize myself. If you would have told me today, December 15th, 2022, that I would feel the way I feel, love myself the way I love myself, have manifested insane amounts of money, a home, an SP, my old SP. If you would have told me that 6 months ago, I would have been that girl in the corner that would have laughed at you and told you you needed a refund, that you just got duped. I would not have believed you because I did not know any better. It is real. I can prove everything I have spoken today. I've sent that proof over to Persis. It's not a joke. It works. It works. I cannot stress to you guys enough, though. You can't do this work half booty and then blame her when it doesn't. You can't stay stuck. All you got to do is ask. I promise you, I drove her up the wall asking the same questions over and over, and she always redirected me back to the truth. If you're not ready, that's okay. Wait. She even told me that. When you're ready, I will be here. When you are ready, folks, she will be there with the truth. And if you're ready to take that truth and really learn what it means to manifest and create your own reality, my daughter and I have never had a better relationship than we have right now. She suffers with autism. I'm manifesting that out. I'm manifesting that away. She made straight A's last semester. Tell me that manifesting isn't real. She has struggled with grades since kindergarten, and she brought me a straight A report card home. That's my reality. That's what I live in a home where my daughter doesn't have autism. She makes straight A's. She has confidence. She's a strong, independent woman. I'm a strong, independent mother who can provide for her needs and understand the way she communicates. We don't have communication problems anymore because that doesn't reside in my reality. Your self-talk can and will change your life. Listen to her when she says, coming from a place of lack and coming from a place of it's not, if you can hone in on that portion of what she tells you to do, even if she makes you mad because she's going to repeat herself because she loves you enough to not let you go to the next step unless you have all the way completed it. Why? Because she knows she's setting you up for failure. And if this was about money for her, why wouldn't she? Because it's not about the money to her. She genuinely cares about the success of me. And if she cares enough about the success of me, it would absolutely be unfathomable to think she wouldn't carry that into everybody else. She didn't know me from Adam. She does not know me. She doesn't. So you'll never convince me that she's about the money. I think some people want to create their own reality. They want to learn about it, but they're not willing to really do the hard work. It isn't easy. The process is simple. Her work is simple, but the work isn't easy. But if you're willing to invest in what I'm telling you was life-changing for me, it will be the best. It was the best last $350 I ever spent because money is nothing for me anymore. I have literally manifested it within a matter of 2 weeks. Now here I am, 3.5 months later, the home of my dreams. My trauma center is in the making, 60 grand higher. My boss and I have an awesome relationship. I'm in a relationship with the most amazing, loving, trustworthy guy in the whole planet. My daughter and I have an awesome relationship because that's just my reality, and it will never be anything less than. And I'm going to do what Persis did for me with you guys before I end this. I believe that whatever is on your heart and in your mind and in your soul right now, that you can and will manifest that to you, and she will be there when you're ready. Borrow my faith if you don't have any, because I've been there, guys. I have been there where I was terrified to invest anything. I had been ripped off over and over, people taking advantage of my absolute shattered heart and my desperateness to get him back. When you're ready, borrow my faith and take that step and freaking go to her bio. And I know I'm being kind of over right now, and like, I'm not trying to sell you anything, but a life you wouldn't trade for nothing. And I know this because I live it. My life is not the same. My life is different. And now I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that that power has lived in me from the moment I was born. She just helped me wake it up. And I'll forever be grateful and thankful for her and for what she has done. And I think I don't even know what else to say other than it's real. My life is proof of it. You want receipts? I'll give them. Be careful who you choose. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to, I watch them all. I've seen them all. Be careful who you choose. Choose someone that's really invested and really cares about your journey, and not being a rating on TikTok or an extra dollar in the bank. More importantly than that, go with someone who's freaking educated, someone who knows what they're doing, because you don't want to play around. It's just going to keep you stuck. Yeah, you'll get the results. You will, because manifesting is real. You'll get results, but you're not going to get full life change in truly being the creator of your reality.
That is crazy. I know you can't see the comment section right now, but people... Oh, you can? Can you?
No.
Oh, okay, you can't. Okay, I thought you said you can for a second. People are buzzing for you. There's actually not a single hater in this comment section right now. People are glowing. People are literally glowing. $60,000, debt forgiven. SP did come back, got a new person in the process, got a house. Literally, like, I don't know somebody that got more out of their package than you. There may be one other person that might try to rival you in that sense, but the amount of value you got in a 2-week package, I no longer offer 2 weeks anymore, because I did find that I wanted to at least work with someone for 21 days. So that's kind of my new base package these days, but it's just so incredible and it's so amazing. My heart is so happy for you, and literally you've inspired, although you can't see it, but I can tell you very confidently, you've inspired this whole chat room. Someone just said she talks just like you, like a spitting image, which is super cute. Everybody's gushing for you.
Oh, well, again, I can only take the credit for doing what you told me to do. I can't take credit for the work. I practice it every day. I add to it. I watch her videos. And honestly, I had told her a long time ago, I literally would hire her as a life coach, because there is so much more to this world of manifesting. There's so much greater than what our minds can even wrap around. But it truly has been life-changing for me. And, all I can say is thank you for showing me who I am and my power.
No, of course. I'm very happy to have been able to have helped facilitate success at quite a high level. I do feel humbled by your very, very high praise, but also you mentioned so many good points, which is like the work works up and until the point that you do. Although I can be ever gracious and patient, as I do feel like I am, but I will continue to recenter you and refocus you back to the point at hand, because I already know how to go down this path, and I already know how to lead someone to success. And if you're skipping ahead, or if you're going down a path that I know has, a ditch, It's my moral and ethical obligation to refocus you back to where we need to be, because I know the outcome of you partaking in certain behaviors. I know the outcome of you social media stalking. I know the outcome of you continuing to place all your attention, time, energy, and effort on a person rather than refocusing back onto you. And I just try to look out for you. But like I also told her, you know, when you're ready to process this information, you find me. You know what I mean? Because I also can't expedite your own spiritual awakening above and beyond your ability to actually do what I request you very humbly to do. Hang on, my love. You're going out a little bit. I don't know what happened, but your mic went off. Okay, I think it's back.
Okay. So I can see. Can you hear me now?
I can, yeah.
Okay. So I did switch over. I was using my daughter's phone, and I do see a comment that says, you know, I love her results, but I'm focused on money. What should I buy? I just want to say, I can't remember, maybe not your problem is who said it. I just want to say to you, whether it's money or a person or a job, the concept is the same.
Yeah.
Once your self-concept and you believe not only are you worthy of it and that you aren't all those things that have stacked up onto you throughout your life and childhood, and you can literally, and I'll let her explain this to you one-on-one, do what we call living in the end.
Yeah.
If you can truly learn how to live in the end through her examples, that's it.
Yeah. Completely understood. Completely understood. I am buzzing and inspired. Do you have, I don't want to take up a ton of your time because I know my girlie is off living her best life with her person, as she should, rolling in money and bathing herself in it. Do you have any pieces of advice or anything you'd like to give to the people?
I actually do. And here's the best advice that I can give to anyone who's listening. Be patient with yourself.
That's a good one.
Be easy on yourself. Because this process, especially if you are manifesting an ST back, most likely you're hurting and you've got a lot of stuff coming up within yourself. If you have a bad day, it's not going to undo all the work that you've done in regards to manifesting your SP or money.
Yeah.
It's okay. Honor your feelings. Reach out to Persis. Let her know where you're at. Yeah. But my biggest piece of advice is just be easy on yourself through the journey, because the love for yourself and the confidence will come. Just be patient.
Yeah. No, I love that. I think that's really, really solid advice. Really, really solid advice. Anyway, my love, I think majority of their questions right now were just geared towards coaching, ironically enough. So I don't want to hinder any more of your time frame, but I'm very grateful that you came on. And who knows, maybe a couple months down the road, we do another update on how you are glowing in other areas of your life. You know that you always have a friend in me, and that I'm so happy. I'm so happy for you. I say this literally in the most sincere way. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
And much love from me, and know that you will see more of me because I'm manifesting social media, and I'm manifesting some work with you.
Perfect.
So I do think and know that someday we will cross paths again.
I'm excited for it. We're going to create some magic together. That I know for a fact.
Have a beautiful day, my sweet soul sister.
Thank you, my love. You have a good day too.
Bye-bye.
Bye. What?
I have goosebumps.
I have goosebumps.
That's great.
That's so great.
Wow. She was so sweet.
She's so sweet.
I'm so happy you found your glasses.
I'm so happy too. Okay, I have tons of questions here. They're all going at a mile a minute. Okay, so one thing that I want you guys to understand, because everybody's asking me about coaching right now.
And just so you know, Mom is available.
Mom is available for coaching as well.
Mom needs a challenge.
Mom needs a challenge, absolutely. So what she got is she benefited from some of my formative packages, whoopsies, which were all about 2-week unlimited texting. Now, there's absolutely nothing wrong with 2-week unlimited texting, but I have since changed the structure of that package. If you were to go to my website, which is just manifestwithpersis.com, hopefully you can see it in the bio, hopefully. What you can do is, if you were interested in coaching, I do have a 12 Days of Christmas giveaway right now for coaching, but you'd have to be on the email list to get that. Or else, basically the program, what I'm trying to get to is the program that she would have enlisted in is the Love Reset program, which is phone call and unlimited messaging support. Now, the reason I'm the crazy psycho person on this app that gives unlimited coaching is because of the fact I really see how important and fundamentally life-changing it is to support your clients on good days, bad days, and everywhere in between. So the way I do coaching is a little bit more unique. I let you buy a time frame. So that's 3 weeks, that's 4 weeks, that's 5 weeks, that's 2 months, whatever it may be. For in that price, you can text me 100 times or literally like once or twice. That's on you. But it's an opportunity to benefit from things at a very high level. Would love to work with your mom. Yes, absolutely. Mom's packages are available. They are, absolutely.
Who is that sweet person?
Danny.
Aw. That's
Yeah.
so nice. I'm excited. Tell Danny I'm ready.
All right. Can you tell us how to join the program? So I do have a self-concept program if coaching is unavailable for you financially. It actually just started yesterday. So people are benefiting from the same types of teachings that this woman received, but in a 6-week program. So if that's something that speaks more to your boat, that is underneath the group programs or group coaching section on my page. It's called the Self-Concept Experience. It's a 6-week program where I go over how to actually build the self-concept that she's talking about in a step-by-step sequence. We actually just started yesterday, so if that's something that's easier for you to do, you can do that instead. That was the most awesome success story. I know, right? I'm going to manifest the money I need for coaching. I intend that you do. Of course. Is there much different information in the packages than in the blueprint? A ton of different information. The blueprint is a general study guide. It's a self-paced study program, which is, I think, 50 plus pages of knowledge on how to manifest anything you want in your life from top to bottom. It has 6 pages of custom client affirmations, and it also has YouTube explanatory videos and a custom subliminal. That is a general study guide. Now, packages, that's me problem solving your situation from top to bottom. That's a lot more intense than a general study guide. Yeah, my journal is currently what's in my bio, but you could go to my website if you wanted to check it out. You could literally get whatever resonates with you. Just explore the website and see what resonates with you, if anything at all. And if I'm not your cup of tea, that's totally fine too. I believe one day I'll get coaching with you. I really adore you. Thank you. Coach that. I don't know what that means. Love Crystal Garden. I don't have that anywhere on my website. For both Money and SP, what coaching package would you advise you to take? Probably the Magnetic to Love program, which is a personalized coaching package. There are 2 options on the website right now for personal coaching. One with just me in it. The second with 2 coaches in it, me and one other person. And for right now, for a limited time, I'm doing 2 coaches on basically almost a half off type of situation if you wanted that. So the text package is no longer the same package. It's a 3-week texting with 1 phone call. That package is called the Love Reset Program. That's what that's called. It's underneath my coaching. Are you against tarot readings? I am against them, and I'll tell you how and why. I just feel like if anything has the power or ability to disturb your mental peace of mind, even if it's by 1%, I don't recommend you going for it, because many people are still in a very fragile and vulnerable stage in their life, and I don't promote anything that has the potential of disturbing your mental peace of mind, because you don't know if this is the reason that's going to send you into a spiral. You don't know if this is the reading that's going to send you into giving up. You don't know if this is the reading that's going to send you into anxiety, chest pain, stomach problems. I personally don't think that the juice is worth the squeeze. I personally don't think so. That's me. That's my opinion. Everybody has different ones, but I do think that the way I look out for people, it's for their best interest, not for mine. Can you repeat what the 12 Days of Christmas package is? So the 12 Days of Christmas deals are what my email clients are receiving. Not email clients, but like people that are signed up to my newsletter. I'm doing a 12 Days of Christmas sale where anybody who's on my newsletter, which if you just go into manifestwithpersis.com, within like 2 seconds, you'll see a newsletter. And if you put your email in, you'll get the daily updates of what is the new sale for that day. But one of the spoiler alerts that I can give away, since so many people are asking, is today's 12 Days of Christmas is that my old coaching prices are available, but with 2 coaches, either me and my mom or me and my dad. And that is the sale that's going for today. So if you were to go to my website and if you were to go to the My Coaching tab in the website, you would see the Love Reset Program, which is a 3-week program with me. You'd see the Magnetic to Love program, which is a 5-week program with me. And you'd see the King and Queen package, which is a 2-month program with me. All of those packages are given in 2 options for this week. One is with 2 coaches at basically half off. And then it's just like the normal pricing. So basically the old pricing has come back for that period of time. How many of each type of affirmation do you suggest? I'm referencing your blueprint. I would say that it's really up to you. I do feel all affirmations boil down to being loved, cherished, chosen, wanted, adored, committed to, shown up for. I think that they all boil down to like 5 or 6 common themes. It's all about just using precursors or structuring the affirmation in a way that really absorbs in your brain. I'm so glad that you love the blueprint. Do you have any free trials? I don't. I am booked and busy. I don't do free trials. The programs aren't loading. What part of it is not loading? I can look into it for you if something is not loading. My coaching, book now. I see loading on my side. Let me know. Can you talk more about assuming better versus affirmations? They both kind of go hand in hand. You create assumptions off of, basically affirmations, your self-talk that you give to yourself daily. So I think they're one and the same. I think your affirmations form your assumptions. But if it feels easier to just assume better, I think they're both kind of the same thing. You know what I mean? But it's up to you. What do you feel about creators and coaches that stick to only a few affirmations? I think it's like if that floats your boat. You know what I mean? I personally find that even in my private coaching, I give people around 13 affirmations. About 13 affirmations. So I think that's definitely more than a few. But I do think that everything that I give them is like everything is in those 13 or 14 affirmations. Like I think that the embodiment of somebody with a supremely high self-concept, they would embody all of those affirmations. So I'm not just going to give you some and not others. Okay, so let's see. You said that the love reset doesn't work. Let's see. It says loading. Strange. I actually don't see that. I'm capable of clicking on things just fine. Maybe your browser or your Windows not letting you. Maybe because you're using multiple apps. I'm not sure if you want to put it onto a computer or try to restart or refresh your phone. If you want to reach out to us personally at customer service, you can. But I actually see everything working pretty good on my end. And if you're not on the email list or it's not popping up, you can email us. We can try to send you the link and update you on what are the current sales, and you can be updated in that sense. The new King and Queen package is 2 months. It used to be 5 weeks, but I've actually found more and more people want to work with me longer. So I've lengthened the packages longer. Yay. Yes, that's our girl right there that was just on Crystal Confessions. If you guys wanted to check her out. Madre, do you want to talk now or later, or do we want to just do it on another time?
It's up to you.
I'm here, but you're in a meeting, so I don't know what to do.
I'm not in a meeting. I'm not in a meeting.
You're not?
Mm-mm.
All right, so. Mom is here as well. She wants to answer questions. So, spit them at me, party people. Let's see. I'm going to come a little bit closer because my neck hurts. Hello, Persis' mom.
Oh my goodness, okay. Okay.
I managed to manifest an internship thanks to you. Wow, that's nice.
That's good.
I love that. Why is my thing being so weird? I'm trying to look for questions, sorry. Can we shift out attention towards us, and can we shift our attention towards us and not the specific person?
You can by working on your self-concept.
Yeah, literally just by working on your self-concept. Literally just what we've been talking about probably for what feels like an hour at this point.
Don't focus on the other person, just focus on you.
What's the most common problem that your clients have? Oh, this is good for both of you, actually.
I love the example you get, like the one you give, but looking out the window,
Yeah, some of them have problems with being in a scenario where they treat manifestation as a means to an end, meaning they say affirmations to try to trick the universe rather than actually being concerned with repairing their self-concept. So they do what I call the window technique, where they're like, I'm loved, I'm chosen, I'm cherished, I'm wanted. And then they'll look outside and be like, where is he? Where is she? Where are they?
Why are they not texting me?
Why are they not texting me? Why are they not calling me? Why did they follow somebody on Instagram? And it's like you can tell those people aren't actually in the frame of mind to even understand that they need to work on self before anybody else comes in.
It's so true.
True.
Dad has too much to say.
Does the journal cover self-concept? It covers both concept of self and concept of desire. So it's a 2-in-1. The journal is a really good way to also basically get a derivative of personal coaching without the actual personal coaching price. So if you want to start there and see the value that even the journal has to offer to feel more comfortable, I think that's a great place to start.
Definitely.
It's like the first law of assumption journal of its kind. I've never seen content creators make one, even though they've been in the game for years.
Yep.
It is definitely one of a kind.
And it keeps you in accountability.
And it keeps accountability. Yeah, Dad's here also. Hello, Mother and Father.
Hello, kids.
How can we fix our self-concept? How can we start to fix our old self-concept?
How can you fix yourself? You need to focus on you.
Mm-hmm.
You need to make sure you love yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You need to make sure you're doing the work. What are your limiting beliefs?
Mm-hmm.
The most important, change your beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
I just said that.
You did?
I did.
Okay.
Say it again.
Change your beliefs,
Mm-hmm.
okay? And have patience.
Yeah.
Most important. This is not something that after a 3-hour movie, you want to be something. It takes a little patience. You have to baby your emotions and all that stuff. This is not something you open a can and just whoop.
You have to be disciplined and do the work.
You have to be disciplined and do the work for sure.
Yeah.
Some coaches say you only need to do self-concept to get the SP. What is your opinion on that? My opinion on that is it could possibly work, and I'll tell you how and why. Tell your mom I'm buying 3 40-minute calls. Perfect.
Oh my goodness, that's so sweet. Thank you.
You can get both of them. I'll throw them both in for you.
Hold them.
Sorry, I got lost for a second, the question. So the reason why it can work sometimes with only self-concept is if the only problem you have is with your belief in self, but you do have a good, strong, solid belief on love in general, but you just don't think highly about yourself. So people in my group programs, which one of them is starting right now, which is the self-concept program, where I teach people over the course of 6 weeks how to build an extremely high, perfect self-concept. We just had our first training yesterday, where I talked about the importance of it. On Monday, we're going to go live again, where I take you through all the different techniques and how you can embody self-concept. But the reason why self-concept tends to actually solve almost 90% of people's problems is 90% of people, their only issue is their lack of worthiness.
True.
Their only issue is their lack of feeling chosen.
Looking for validation.
Their only issue is being capable of self-validating. So it makes a lot of logical sense that when they work on that, the whole manifestation comes to fruition. Now, there are some people that are in that 10% category where they have mutual problems. One big problem is the self-concept, but they also simultaneously don't have a good concept of the person.
True.
Or they just don't have a good concept on love working for them in general. That also has its own separate program, which is like how to get them obsessed with you. And that's something that I talk about in my blueprint and obviously already for free all over my page. Basically, what I teach is when you change your self-concept, when you change your concept on the object of your desire, when you assume them both in a favorable direction,
You get your
desire.
results.
You get your results. Because you don't want the old them back. Good point.
Yeah,
Good
so
point.
then That's when you change your assumption about your SP,
Yep.
and it'll work.
Oh, you're kidding again.
You can email me, Melissa, yes. How much time does it actually take to sometimes manifest?
Well, it depends upon how much effort you're putting into it.
So
It's like a cup of coffee. You put 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of tea. It gets a little sweeter. You put more effort, more time, quicker the results.
and
Yeah.
they do say
Effort.
it does take, it could take 21 days depending.
Yeah, it could take...
On your resistance.
It depends on your level of resistance. It depends on your ability to actually just go head deep into this work. It depends on your ability to just change your assumptions. I feel like the people that get really fast results in our world, they're the types of people that put their head down and they just run their race. They just take what we say, they take our answers, and they go. Yeah, okay, yes. Will this be on YouTube? It absolutely will. There's too much gold in here. You will get them either back, but you will get them back either way, but how you want them is the key. That's a very good point.
That's a good point.
Why don't I want my desire anymore after I do the self-concept equation? So Nightingale, I'll be honest with you, I'm going to interject on this one. I've actually just posted a video about that. It's a 2-part video. Just scroll on my page. This is why your person comes back partially but not fully, or the reasons why people lose interest in their manifestation. It's literally just a couple videos back. I think that answers it very much. Yeah, if you believe that they are a bad person and manifest them back, you get that behavior back too. Absolutely. Absolutely. But anyway, my darlings, I have actually been on here for quite a bit.
Yeah.
I am going to let you guys go and have a good rest of your evening. If you want the manifestation journal, it's on Amazon now. It's available in many different countries. All you got to do is search my name, which if you click the link in my bio, you can put that into the Canadian Amazon, the Irish one, the Italian one, the Germany one, and you'll see the journal. And if you want to join any of my programs or get on the email list or join personal coaching, I have coaches, I have myself. I put out too many resources for anybody to not be successful. And I say that very firmly. There's no reason why all 60,000 people can't get results. No reason. I've given you too much to not be successful. I firmly believe that. What do you guys think?
No, you do.
I've given them too much to not be successful.
You don't have the resources.
Because it's not like this is one of those pages that hasn't given you a wealth of knowledge.
No, and you put a lot of content out there. If they can't get the results, then they need to seek coaching.
Yeah. So I will let you guys go. And maybe if the video had the sound removed, just read the captions. I found that the captions are still there. And I do give an insane amount of information. So you can literally stock it all, just like how Cindy did. And we will talk very soon, I promise. And this live will go up on YouTube in the next 24 hours or so.